Hey, Grady, how you doing, buddy? Hey, what's up, Evan? And Rick. It's just fixing something here on my phone. Hopefully the audio is working. There we go. And Otto, how are you? You're sitting on the porch. It's chilly out because you only live like 3 minutes from me. I see you got the grass cut today. I caught it on something. I think your wall or something. I can't remember now, unless it was on Snapchat. Hey, John, what is up? Was trying to get the lighting right in here. Hopefully it's a little better now. Oh, that was Snapchat. Okay, I thought Fernando. Thank you, Otto. Yeah, I figured you got a hoodie on. I got a long sleeve on, but I don't have the heat on in the garage, so it didn't get that bad in here like I thought it was going to be, you know. Thank you, John. I was messing with it for a little bit before I actually went live, and I had to put a cloth above the light above me just to kill it down a little bit, you know. But if I put the garage lights all on, the most of them, it just whitewashes the car out and everything, you know. Hey, Darren, what's up, brother? So I was trying to get the lighting a little bit better, is what I was trying to do. But I got to get back on my game tomorrow. I was working on the house a lot. So I had wanted to have the transmission, last video of the transmission actually Sunday, but that ain't happening because there's an O-ring that I didn't realize. Hey, Dawn, on the axle tube on the end. And I didn't catch that. So I had to order it and it won't be in until Tuesday. So I got some extra gaskets also, since it's a swing axle, some better, thicker gaskets from Weddle, really good company, but Brian told me about. So a little bit behind. So what I'm going to do tomorrow to probably have the film for Sunday is just start doing the braking system while I'm waiting on the last transmission part. I guess I'll go ahead and here's a plan of attack for me. I've been thinking about this a lot. Is I have everything I need for the braking system. I was looking at my hoses earlier. It's another safety thing you want to go over. But I got all my parts. I paused on the braking system temporarily because this stupid part here for the back, the T-fitting, I lost it. And I even cleaned it up, flushed it out, polished it. I don't know why. And then I lost it. So that just came in the mail. But I think I'm going to do all the brake lines, the front caliper setups, get the transaxle in and the rear drums hooked up so I can put my wheels and tires in the car. That way I can put it on skates, or dollies. I call them skates. Yeah, story of my life. I know that deal. And, you know, that way I can move the car around in here and pop the rear fenders on. It'll be easier for me to sand them with it on. Hey, Scott, what's up, brother? And that's the plan of attack. So hopefully in the next 3 to 4 weeks, you'll see all the fenders on, the wheels on, you know, pretty much it'll look like a normal car. And then I'll go ahead and start sanding and undo the interior. But the transaxle, I screwed up and I missed those O-rings. I wasn't paying attention. And I did actually do one of the shafts already. You're sure to find the lost one now. Oh, Otto, it'll show up tomorrow when I'm working in the garage. There's no doubt. I polished it up and everything. I don't know why I do stuff like that, but the important part is the little bolt was with it. But I think it's a 6. I think it's an M6 by 1.0. I'm almost positive it is, but it happens. But I got new wheel bearings. I'm looking at my stuff. I got the bolt and washer kit for the calipers. I got the calipers, the rotors. The hoses. I'm sorry, I'm looking around. My brake line kit, I pretty much got everything I need, and the rear drums are all set up already, the backing plates. So I think I'll do a two-part series on the braking system, but put them both together in 1 week so I can like get some stuff done. But I think doing the braking system, I will finish the transmission next week. You're just going to have to be a lot more videos than normal because I don't want to stretch them out forever with once a week. And then it takes a year for me to just get some videos done. But the transmission, I did I don't think you can see it right there or right there. I did the one axle tube. I got to do the other one tomorrow. Wire wheeled and painted it real nice. I don't know why nobody's ever going to look under there, but it looks good, you know. Hey, Mike, how you doing, brother? But yeah, I happened to be wire wheeling and cleaning up that axle tube, and I seen the O-rings, and I'm like, oh, I forgot to order O-rings for the axle tube where it bolts to the transaxle itself. With remaining brake parts, that T is in with the bolt. I literally, Darren, I had it on my workbench at the back. And Evan rediscoveries, Evan's my buddy here. He don't remember for some reason, but I remember when he was here the one day, he looked over and went, wow. And I said, yeah, I took it off the car and cleaned it up. But he don't remember, just like me, you know. Neil, how you doing, buddy? And then it just literally a couple days later, I was kind of, hi, Joe, cleaning stuff up, doing this and that. I've looked everywhere and everything is organized. I went over and cleaned everything up. It's gone. And it's really, you know, I think I paid like $8 for it or something. But it's the point of it, I keep getting held up and then I got to wait, you know. But it's just how life works. But I do have all the braking system, so I don't know if people get bored. So I'll time lapse some of the videos of me bending brake lines. Here's where the big mistake came in. When I did the Super Beetle, the first one that I did on the channel, I saved, hey, Toby, I saved all the, oh, make sure he gets some ice cream for us. I saved every brake line that I took off of the Super Beetle. And then I would compare and bend them the same direction. I thought that made life simple. Nope. I removed all the brake lines off this car. They were really bad, you know, and I tossed them. So now I got to figure out how to bend. That'll be entertaining on video. How to bend, you know, hey, Duke, how you doing, brother? The brake lines, like which direction. Like I have nothing to go on. I mean, by memory, I kind of do a little bit. That's how it happens. So this one will be a little more interesting, you know, with the braking system just because of that. But it's okay. I mean, it happens. But I'm hoping within the next, say, 3 weeks to have the braking system on completely done. And oh, there's no doubt, Fernando. It'll be when I'm working up here over the next week or two, it'll show up, and you know how that goes. But I want to get it on the wheels. Hey, Lloyd. You'd be sitting working on a car, lay wrench down, can't find it, stand up 15 minutes before I find it's amazed, disappear, and haven't moved it. Oh, yeah, no doubt, Darren. It's amazing, but it happens. And I've done that with wrenches and everything where I don't know, I'll lay a wrench down and walk away, come back, like you said, and I'm looking all over the place, and it's right where I laid it. I've done that when I was younger too. So I can't blame this on my age, although I am getting older, you know. Stop by Forrest if you need reference. Thanks, Evan. I appreciate that. I mean, it'd be tough because I'm going to be hit and miss filming that right now. Hey, BC, how are you? Phoebe steering rag joint today and sending me to Misty. Oh, Carl, what's up, brother? Oh, no problem at all. I'm glad that video helped some folks. I wanted to start doing some more videos, but yeah, I probably do got gremlins in this garage. I wanted to do an extra video each week, but short video, just a 10-minute video, nothing drug out real long, to show safety things. But then, you know, I got to watch I don't get to the point where it's just boring to people. Like, you know, I'll still do my DIY every Sunday. That's not going to change. But I thought an extra, just a little short video each week, if these little safety tips can help folks, that's a big deal, you know. James, how are you, brother? Howdy to you. pedal assembly kicked my patience and butt. Funny how things that would be tough were smooth and the other don't. Oh yeah, you know what, Toby? That's a thing. There's things that I come into the garage and I'll film and think this is going to be a great video. It'll be helpful to people. It's going to go smooth, but I won't edit out when stuff goes wrong. I just don't like to do that, you know. But it's the things that I think that will be hard where I'll get stressed over it and go, okay, I've been waiting to do this. I'll just get it over with. And then you know what happens. It goes perfectly smooth. It just happens that way. It's the weirdest thing how that works, you know. But that's like I did the conversion, disc brake kit conversion for a friend of mine a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I can't remember. It's one of my videos on disc brake conversion. And being it was somebody else's car, they were coming to the garage and I was going to film it. I thought, oh, this is going to go upside down. It went so smooth and quick. It was like flawless. And I'm like, wow. Now when I do this one, no, you know, but it's the times that you think are going to give you a rough time that don't, you know. Pants are going to be fabulous. I love them. Oh, they look good, Toby. They did. Thank you for sending the photos. They honestly, they came out beautiful. I have to find, hey, James, hello. And Bob, how are you? Just wondering about what you're using for primer before you paint. I use Rust-Oleum's filler primer. Let me see here. This is nice being in the garage. Now, remember, I don't know how you're painting yours or what you're doing, but I'm doing this different style painting for this one. But these are the two that I have on hand. This is nice about being in the garage, though, where I can show stuff, you know. But I had, I'll be doing floor pans on Heather's probably starting in September, I believe, is when hers will be in. But I got to find floor pans. That's the problem. So they're expensive to get shipped. They're not cheap. And I got to find them with the pedestals on them or whatever call that, because now she wants the car stock. And that's perfectly fine with me, you know. So hope I don't end up with crappy pans. They're junk now, a lot of them. Let me see here. There's one primer. No old brake lines. Good thing you have the other Beetle for reference. Yeah, I always replace all the brake lines, the brake hoses. I don't mess around. It's our lives. I put either a Brazilian or a German master on. That's already on the car. So I'll be painting with a single stage jet black speed coat. Oh, nice, nice. Black's nice, but man, you got to have that body work good. Whew. It's like Duke said, if it ain't white, or I'm sorry, if it ain't right, paint it white. I'm like, okay. 44 people and only 27 likes. Bob's right. Can we hit the like button, folks? I'd really appreciate it very, very much. All you got to do is X. It'll drop down, hit like, and then come back in the chat. It really helps a lot. It really, really does. When I think doing something on the bug will take 30 minutes, usually 2-3 hours, and those wrenches tend to walk away. Oh, Neil, it's nonstop. It's a lot of times if Heather and I have something to do, you know, like we're going to go somewhere, we got to do some running. This hasn't happened too much because usually won't come in the garage for that reason. But I'll say, oh, I'm going to go up in just half hour. And I rarely get anything done then. Excuse me. It ends up 30 minutes, turns into 3 hours all the time. It's almost normal, I guess. And George, how are you, brother? It's been a hot minute since I had the chat. Don't forget to smash the like button. Yes, please hit the like button, folks. I appreciate it. We got 47 people and only 34 likes. Some of you are lagging behind. Hit the like button. Yeah, like I said, I planned on finishing a transmission, which technically I just got to put the axles on and shim them. You know what I mean? So that's good, George, because you've been through enough lately with moving. But yeah, I had to do the other axle tube, though. The one behind it needs cleaned up and painted now. But other than that, I just got to show how to shim the axles properly, you know, the swing axle, and then I guess put it in the car as soon as I get the brake lines run. I want the wheels and tires in the car, and the rear fender's on so I can move it around, and then I'll design the removable rear apron on it then. 2-3 day for me. Got away last night after some good advice from Slade. Yeah, sometimes you do got to walk away. I have found, and I don't know, it could be just me, but when you start struggling with something and even a half hour in or whatever it may be, it's like, okay, sometimes Heather will call me and say, hey, here's dinner. Are you hungry? I go down and eat dinner, come back up, and bang. It's like if I'm working on something, it works out right away then. Sometimes when you do walk away, but me, Mr. OCD, if I walk away, then I'm laying in bed that night staring at the ceiling going, why didn't that work out? Why isn't that working out? What do I do? About to me into a cuss walk away for a while. Wait, my screen jumped there. Several times, almost gave up, took it to everybody's house to torch and sledgehammer it. Some of them are stubborn. They've been together a long time, in all honesty. I got my member shirt and sweater from Bonfire. Hopefully the tip made it your way. Much love, my friend. Thank you, James. I didn't go into that account yet, but thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. I do. I have the old members logo on tonight for a change. Well, it's my long sleeve, and it's a little chilly, and I didn't feel like running the furnace in the garage. But I always tend to forget, since Heather made up that new Built Not Bought, I don't really have nothing to show it on here, but I bought a mini poster with it. Crap, it's down the house. I forgot about it. I bought a mini poster with the Built Not Bought on it, but truthfully, I forget to wear the actual members shirt sometimes because of that new logo. But I appreciate that, James, and I appreciate all you with stickers and T-shirts. All that stuff helps out. It really does. So true. I thought it would be easy. And Neil, I bought those Husky portable or router tables from Home Depot. Set up next day every tool religious series at bad taste. Around hunting for tools. Oh, tools. I haven't bought tools in a while, although you can't see it from here. I still didn't open my welder. Ugh. I got to open that welder up and test it because I don't know how long I have before you can return it if something's wrong. Usually Lincoln, I've never had an issue though, but Evan will be stopping over soon because I got to weld a few patches and he's good at tacking and doing all that. Me, I'll blow right through. Although this welder is very cut and dry, easy to use from what I understand from the videos I've watched. Toby, when kids go to school and study, it was a car, eating jobs, had calling the next morning. Those were the days. Yeah. Times went quick. My pedal assembly giving me fits. I had to walk away yesterday, back at it tomorrow. Yeah, you know what, Bob? The pedal assembly I did on the Super Beetle, the red one, the first one, that one there, the only thing that really gave me trouble was the damn pin, the roll pin. I fought with that thing. When I heated it with MAP gas, it surrendered. But I got the roll pin out and really, really was a pain in the butt. But the rest came apart fine. On my 68 here, I took it apart because I put that pedal extender on, and I like to take them apart anyhow, clean them up. They did their job for 50 years. Oh, the pin came right out. I'm like, oh, good. Thank goodness. Nope. Just like Toby, I had to fight to get the clutch pedal off. I was heating it, beating on it. And at one point I thought, no, maybe I'll call Evan and see if he's got another one. But I refused to give up. So after a lot of swearing and editing, I got it apart. Alita, how are you? And you didn't have a CD, you have CDO. It's like OCD, but in alphabetical order. And man, how are you? Quick question. You think if the front valley on a 1600 motor was gouged, but the back side towards inside motor is good, should I run the engine? I'm trying to figure out what you mean, my friend. Let me reread. The front valley was gouged. Whoops, wait. Oh, where the bearings are. I don't know. You might want to have a machinist take a look at that because anything where the bearings go, you're talking some serious trouble, my friend. I'll tell you what you can do if you're on Facebook, join our Slades VW community. It's a free group. It's nothing, no sales thing. And a machine guy did it. If you can, join our Facebook group. Wow, that freaked me out. And put some photos up for us to look at. And then definitely, you know, I can't believe a machinist did that. I'm not being rude. Like, wow. Good, folding laundry. Hey, I was doing it earlier. I did some laundry, switched it around. I even did some of Heather's clothes, so I will be sure to get yelled at later. Because I try to help her, and then she's like, quit throwing my stuff in the dryer because the shirts are this big when I come out. Don't tell anyone how to look like after I beat it. Yeah, you gave that a spanking. Thanks, brother. Hey, JD, what's up, brother? That vid to remind people to inspect, replace their steering couplers before it's too late. Just replaced mine on a 63 this afternoon. Yeah, and I don't like to make people paranoid. That is not my goal. I don't like to upset anybody. Evan, my buddy on here, is like that. Rediscoveries. Him and I gab a lot. Although last 3-4 days I haven't gotten to sit talk to him like we normally do. It was busy, but he's like that. He tries not to upset, and I'm like that. But I thought, man, people do need to know some of this stuff, because you don't want to be going down the road and you're making a right and the car's still going straight. And just like I followed a drunk driver the other night. Unreal. Yeah, Brothers VW in Ontario, Canada. What's the FP page? I'll post it now. I'll see what you think. I'm not familiar with them, my friend, but it's Slades VW community on Facebook. I can't look while I'm on here, unfortunately, but when we get off of here around 10:30 or so, I'll take a look at it. I'll tag Randy Kelso in it. He's a really good engine builder. But I'm sorry that happened to you. That's kind of out of order. I won't get into it on here live, but somebody should be making that right for you. But I'll be ordering a rag steering coupler to replace in my 68 stock Type 1. Yeah, make sure to check those. I mean, and don't buy a poopy caca one. Buy a good one, Uncle Bon, what is up, brother? Just enjoying the conversation. I'm glad you came in, brother. I still got to catch up on your videos, Uncle Bon. He's on his El Camino, but he had a Herbie. He did have a Herbie, and he's going to get a bus, I think, in the future. I have a funny feeling. But I've been so busy over the last 3, 4, 5 days. It's been crazy. But I got a lot done on the house is what mattered. I think Uncle Bon's in the primering stage from what I seen in my notifications popping up. I wouldn't run it, and I think I would look for a different machinist. Yeah, no doubt about that. Uncle Bon, how's Kel Life treating you, brother? And Ro, what's up, bud? Hey, everyone, quick question, Slade. Are you on TikTok? No, I was on there before, but I'm not now. It was just too much for me to be on TikTok, in all sincerity. And awesome, thanks. NH, how are you? And Jason, looking for 73 auto stick Beetle front brakes to disc. Is it worth the extra expense to go with wildwood calipers? I don't know. I mean, a lot of people go through Top Line for their brake kits, or Misty has them through MP, and I've never heard of anybody having an issue with those going to disc brakes. I don't know if I'd be spending a ton on, the wildwood, but that's just my thought, though. You know what I mean? But we got 58 people. We still only have 40 likes, folks. Please hit the like button. I'd really appreciate that. Has anyone moved the fuel pump away from the engine on a 71 Super? Oh, I'm sure many have, Alita. Are you talking about going to an electric one under the front end? Because that's been done a lot. People running Carter ones, Carter electric pumps. I just can't remember the part number offhand, But Raul, are you on TikTok? Is that why you were asking, brother? I was on there, and it just didn't click a lot with the VW stuff for some reason for me. I don't know. Jesus, how are you? Whoops, let me scroll back up. Great job on the Slade. Great job. A bug very educational. Keep doing what others people think. For Q, 3 bugs, 60, 64, and 71 convertible. Nice. We drive in love and history when driving bug. What a great feeling. And thank you for being here. Is it Jesus? Am I pronouncing it right now? Possibly. But thank you for being here, and thank you for the great comment. I really appreciate that very much. Yep, let's get the likes up, people. We need to hit that like button. We're still a little low. And Jamie Lopez, saludos, watching here from LA. Thank you so much, and thank you for being in here. I appreciate that. And we have George Sedalita. I had a 71 fossil electric front on under the front fuel tank. Yeah, exactly. It's no problem mounting them up. You're better off. It cleans up the engine compartment. I like that personally. I run a Carter under my fuel tank, my 73. So on a positive side, they said it has a 1 year or 12,000 miles on the work. Eek. They are claiming because it's where the sand seal goes, it shouldn't leave. Leave and is held by the dial pin. It shouldn't have a problem. I don't know. I really no. I would post pictures on that. That bothers me. I'm sorry. There should never be where a machinist says, "Don't worry about it. You would just use a sand seal." I mean, we may look at the photos and go, "Oh, okay, it's not that bad," but I'd rather see the photos first, to be honest with you. I'm stuck waiting on one more piece that I need to get fabricated or fabricate myself, do the door and fender alignment and final primer and blocking. Man, you're moving along, Uncle Bon. I don't know how you do it with your back. My back gets sore as crap when I'm bending over doing body work and sanding, you know. You're more of a man than me, brother. I take little breaks from that, you know. Lonnie, what is up, babe? How are you? My screen jumped. I must have got crazy. There we go. So Lonnie, she just stopped in here. Oh, I'll bet you were shocked. I don't really, I'd like to think I don't lose my temper that often, but if I'd have seen that, I'd have been pretty not good about the whole thing, but that's just me. I mean, engine blocks, this ain't 1980 no more where you just go grab an extra motor for $100, you know, everything's expensive. I mean, let me see here. JV, part of LA. And Jimmy Calhoun, do you have a video on replacing drums on the rear of 74 Super Beetle? I'm having trouble getting the drums back on. Yes, if you go through the my playlist, look under braking system, and there will be a 73 Super Beetle. It's a red one, same as yours. 7374 is the same. And I show putting the whole braking system together, putting the drum on and torquing it. So yes, I do. I need to really get my website. My website's up and running, but there's a part that nobody is seeing yet because I didn't upload it. And it's an index, so you can just punch in brake or punch in motor and it'll take you right to the videos. Free. It's not going to cost anything, of course. I just work basically on donations for stuff. I don't want to charge people or any of that. It just don't give me a good feeling, you know. I'm having a blonde moment. I actually mentioned the fuel filter. Oh, Lena, we love you. That was good. Actually, the fuel filter, a lot of people run them under the tank in the front and one in the back above the transaxle, is where I like to run them at, you know. But if you want to get the fuel filter out of the engine compartment, I applaud you for that. I don't like it there, but then some people do like the whole oil thing, you know, because it's a debate with everybody. Everything's a debate with everybody. Kelly is warming up finally, well, at least today. How is Coconut going, Toby? And Jim Lorish, what is up, buddy? And yes, on TikTok, because my teenager knows how to navigate it better than me. Well, they all do. It's my daughters, when I started with Facebook a while back, well, then, of course, they got embarrassed because their dad got on Facebook, so they were like, ugh. But, you know, it was kind of funny because I acted like an idiot on there. But then I didn't have a YouTube channel, so now I got to be good, you know. But I was on her goofing off a lot, embarrassing them. But TikTok, I didn't understand, and my daughters had to help me with that. But I did get on there. I was getting okay amount of views, but I think people on TikTok stay on TikTok. I was trying to get traffic over to the YouTube channel from there, and I closely watched my analytics and where my traffic was coming from, and it wasn't mattering. And I was spending too much time making shorts for over there, and I thought, okay, I can't do this, so I deleted my account. I was considering Instagram, but I'm going to be doing, you know, a live chat as a video regardless, because I got to take out time and do my live chat video. And I love doing it because it makes me feel close to all you folks. But then I do my Sunday video, which means I got to film during the week and edit. And I'm going to be doing a third video weekly, technically speaking, if you want to include the live chat. because I want to do safety tips each week or a tip of the week. So it's like trying to have another social media. I was going to do Instagram too. And I thought, I can't, because if I start getting too aggravated, then it puts me in a bad mood with my YouTube videos. You know what I mean? So I don't want that to suffer. Uncle Bond, the pants are sprayed and looking tight. I'll send you some pics. I break work again, then work some more than I can. Yeah, Uncle Bond, that's got to be tough because, I got back pain, so I know the deal. I mean, I think yours is worse than mine because obviously we talk on the phone, but we need to do the Facebook video chat again, Uncle Bon. I like that. I really like that because we were just looking at each other and laughing and talking. I enjoyed that. But I do got to check your videos. I'm about probably 3 videos behind with you because you were posting close together. But I got a lot done and I can't really show you, but I did oh, maybe I can. I don't know if anybody can see this on my phone, but I've created something for Heather. Our back porch I enclosed. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Probably not very clear. Come on, phone. But it's like a little cabin retreat. It ain't going to look good on there. And I spent days doing that. That's why I'm a little behind on my filming and everything. But a hot tub's going in there because it really helps a lot, for back pain and stuff like that. So I got a little behind on doing stuff. So Uncle Bond's way ahead of my game. He's pushing. The picture is really good. Oh, thank you, hon. I had Heather tell me that the picture is better now than it was in the office down the house. So I don't know what the deal is, but I like being up here. Like I grabbed the brake hoses earlier, was showing them, or the filler I'm using. I like being up here because I can actually show stuff if I want to, I just need to get an extension cord for my camera so I can literally take it across the garage. Although I don't know how the audio would work then, right? But I might have a spare coral relief case needing a line bore. Oh, those are not fun to come across anymore. I mean, good ones. I think Evan has like 50 of them hidden. Jimmy, check your adjusters. Be sure the angle or face is sitting properly. Easy to install them upside down. They will hold the shoes further apart. Yeah, you know what, George? In my video, I did show the angle of the brake shoe versus the angle of the adjuster. So I'm hoping he pretty much catches that, because you are right. A lot of people will do that. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Here I come. I didn't leave. School time. Here is. Am I in there? Okay, I couldn't see. Here is your. Oh, I can't do it on this. I always got there is an angle on here like George was showing. Okay. And on your adjusters, let me see, I should have it. Crap. All right, here I come. Well, I can't find it right now because my brake stuff's everywhere, but there is an angle on the shoes and an angle on the adjuster, like George was saying. If you have that wrong, it'll kick the shoe out. So I'll send you some videos if you want on which ones to watch. You just have to message me on Facebook. I respect your wife for giving you great support on this journey. Thank you very much, because sometimes when I get burned out and I'm like, wow, this is overwhelming with the website, the Facebook group, filming, editing, live chat. She's like, hon, you're helping people. This is great. She's the backbone. She's the one that does really not push me, but she's very soothing with it, and it makes it feel better. I appreciate that. Sling, how are you? I F-case and found out it's got a non-stock cam. Now to clean it up and see what size it is. Yeah, it's good when you do start. I've had a lot of people say, I got a motor. How do I find out what size pistons and crank? I'm like, well, you're gonna have to at least pull the head, and start messing around to look at the size of the pistons and that. But it's kind of nice to have little surprises like that sometimes, long as they're good surprises. I'm looking for window rain deflectors. I see them in Lewisburg West, but they don't seem to be carried by anywhere else. Is that right? Lonnie, I had mine for a while. I got a pair of stainless steel ones. I got them in a buyout, but I had not had to buy them yet because they were always on a car that I bought, or I ended up with a pair. So I'm not sure if Lewisburg West is the only place that sells them. I would highly doubt that. But if they do, they might be stainless steel, and they're probably pretty nice, in all honesty. Let me see here. Let me catch up. There we go. I had to be enjoying the journey, especially with helper learning, and there's some great bonding time. Toby, absolutely. Hey, Bill, how are you? Why would gear oil be leaking from my brake drum on my 68 swing axle Gia? Well, that could be a couple of things. I mean, when you have it, I don't have that stuff near me. Where are you? Huh. I wasn't ready for that one. There's inside of, I said it somewhere, inside of the end where your outer small wheel bearing goes, and that there's an O-ring in there, there's a gasket in there, so it's probably time to take that apart, you know what I mean, and replace everything in there. I'll be doing that very shortly. I was just waiting on an O-ring for my transmission tube. So pretty much, yeah, if you got gear oil coming to the brake drum, right inside of there where the bearing is, you have an O-ring and a gasket. When you start tearing into that, clean it all up and refresh that stuff, you should be fine then. No debate, they trashed my original motor. Worst part is that's the first time machining it. Oh, hoping some of you guys see the post and tell me it's fine. I can relax. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get on Facebook later and see what it looks like. Try not to get too upset, because if a sand seal can fix it, then, you'd be all right then. I have a sand seal on my stroker motor over here, and it is what it is. But it's sad when it happens at a machine shop. That's not good. We ordered the bracket from the Samba. It was super smooth and comes with a Wix fuel filter, if that's what you choose. Yeah, I have I have one right here, I think. I still got this is weird being in a garage where I can grab stuff when I can find it. Yeah, that's the one I got from the Samba. Hastings GF1 metal filter goes on it. I did a video on this, actually. It hooks right to the transaxle, and that way it gets it out of your engine compartment. I like it. Let me see here. And George said, working on my 71 Super. Can't see in the front video. The risk of fire in the front tin over the flywheel. It's not placed properly. You mentioned it in one video. By the way, amazing videos. Thank you for your time. And thank you for saying that, George. I appreciate that. I did do a video on that, but without being able to access while I'm on here, it should be on my playlist for fire prevention but if you scroll down, you're going to see it. If you don't find that, George, send me a message on Facebook if you're on there. Slades Beetles is who I am on there, and I'll go ahead and send you the link to that video directly. I do have a playlist, but I'm not sure if I put it in with the fire prevention thing, but I should have. It was actually a cheap fix to do, and you don't have to mess with it again after that. I see rain deflectors often at swap meets. And there is Ron from Katanning. Good evening, Slade. Static time. TDC or playing with my 71 stock Gia. To tell you the truth, I don't know without looking at a chart right now if yours would be different, but static time at TDC or 7.5. Mine was 7.5 when I was playing with mine, but I'm not sure on your 71 unless I'd have to look, because then I always time mine at like 28 to 30 degrees at 3,000 RPM, is what I do after that. But sometimes they're a little persnickety that way. Yeah, 2 fuel filters, one in a tank and a tunnel, the other mounted to the Bowden tube. Yes, exactly. Make your shorts and share across platforms. Each platform should get the same content to save yourself the headache. That's actually a good idea. Problem is, every time I I get another social media like TikTok, or I had Instagram before, it's like I never go to them. I forget about them almost, sadly. But I created an Instagram last year and literally created it. The next day, somebody cloned it and then put it on Facebook. I'm like, really? Uh, for loud crashing of parts when you were looking for those adjusters. I actually got a little aggravated because the adjusters should have been next to the other drum and stuff that was laying there, and it's not. Isn't that great? So now I got to find those. I'm always searching for stuff. It gets so frustrating. And Rick, how are you? Thanks for making it in. Do you think that fuel filter bracket is best option? How to order it? Yeah, I love it. I love this bracket. It's machined well. It's very strong. Like I said, I did a video on it. I don't get nothing from it. There's a guy in the Samba Classifieds that makes those and laser cuts them and the whole ordeal. But you have to go on the Samba Classifieds. If you want to send me an email, if you're not on Facebook, I can send you the link to it. And that way, you can purchase it from him if you'd like to. But I love it, Hey, Jorg, how you doing, buddy? Happy weekend to you. And Eternally stopped in. And Adam just got home. Adam was out having fun. The adjusters with the T in the corner of the garage laughing at you. Yeah, because now it's bothering me because I put that one backing plate together on video and I set all the stuff on that shelf and now I don't see the adjusters. I'm running into that a lot lately. I'm getting absent-minded with where I put stuff and then how that works out. Let me see here. Been out enjoying barbecue beef ribs at Tracks in Hurstville, Indiana. Oh, wow. Nice. Well, that sounds good, actually. I haven't had ribs in a while. I was at a cruise-in. Nice. Adam had some fun. I hope you took some pictures. I haven't been to any car stuff yet this year. Not that I have much going on near me. We have regular car cruises, which is great because I love all cars. I love seeing all types of different cars. And usually like a Beetle or two will turn up once in a while, but I do enjoy going to the car cruises. I said that to Heather recently. We get out to some more cruises this year, some local ones, because we really don't do a whole lot else. We spend a lot more time at home, and of course Heather loves her yard, so she's always out in the yard. That's her main thing. But I guess tomorrow and Sunday here, it's supposed to be around 80 from what I gather. So that's going to be fun because I'll get as much as I possibly can done with filming and editing and all that in the garage. So good. Don't forget to share the photos. I love car cruises. I really do. It's like a couple of the brothers here from North Carolina, and I swear they have a lot more stuff down there than we do. Because up north here in Pennsylvania, we just don't have, we have car cruises, but if you guys from different states were to come to them, you'd be like, okay, that was boring. We don't have really big ones. Jim's VW in Ohio, he has them 3 times a year, which in all honesty, that's nice there. It really, really is. He has, I don't know, I'd say like 250, 300 Volkswagens show up, and there's vendors and stuff. So it's a good time. Your opinion in lowering bug? I left stock height. Have not developed taste for lowered bugs. I like lowering them a little. I did a video on that about lowering a Beetle, and I went into a lot of depth in conversation about it. I like lowering them a little, but I'm not real big on slamming them to the ground. I don't like the wheels cambered in real far. It's not my cup of tea. But I like the stock height in the back. The stock height in the front, I like to bring it down just a little bit, just to kind of level the car out a little bit. And then I'm happy with that. I've never been into really lowered cars. A 72 Beetle that I did have about 10 years ago, I bought it and it was already lowered. and I could barely get into parking lots anywhere. It was ridiculous. I had to raise it back up a little bit. But on this one here, or I should say that one, that's got 2-inch drop spindles, but it also has an adjustable beam. So I can pretty much maneuver it any way I want to. But I was going to drop the rear of mine 1 notch, and I forget the height. It's not terribly a lot, but I want to get the fenders on, loosely bolted, get the wheels and tires on, and then see where I'm at, because I'm going to be running a 205 60 15 in the back. So I want to see, what the deal is there. And yeah, they are, Mike. You're right about that, brother. I just said to Heather last night, we were coming home, and it's this one part of the road near me, and they typically try to take care of our roads well, like where I live itself, our township. But man, it's like PennDOT, Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, they could get on our game a little better. I mean, I don't know where all this tax money's going to, and we won't get into all that. This has been going on since the 70s here. Our roads are horrible. I mean, and they are hell on a bug. They really are. I mean, Wisconsin, you got that too. Okay. I was talking to Uncle Bon. This was a while ago on the phone when we talked, one of our conversations. And he said something about potholes or something. I'm like, what? I don't know why. Because, Uncle Bon's in California. And I was like, wow. I don't know if he remembers that, but I was kind of blown away. I thought the roads in California were all like perfectly smooth and you could almost eat off the streets. But when he had told me, he's like, no, we have a lot of potholes. I was actually shocked by that. That shows you how stupid I can be. But any mention or way I can put front shocks in low front beam. Are you asking now? Do you want to put a lowering beam on? Is that what you're asking, my friend? You want to put if you're wanting to lower it without doing shocks, you can just put 2-inch drop spindles on, and it'll just drop the car 2 inches, and you won't have to change your shocks or anything as long as you just do drop spindles. I can't show pictures while I'm on here, but that's how my one Beetle was, just drop spindles. And it kind of almost leveled the car out. It was pretty much perfect the way it should be. If you look at a video I did, a disc brake drop spindle conversion for a friend, I filmed it, and there's no crazy beam on there. It's just drop spindles, and you can see on there where it sat when it was done. I did that to help a friend out. And when I do that, I like filming out stuff. It's extra footage for people to see, I thought Wisconsin roads were a step up from PA roads. Beautiful state you live in, by the way. I don't know if Heather's been to Wisconsin. She used to travel a lot with her family because her father was a linesman. And I know she said she's been everywhere except 2 or 3 states. So I'm sure she's been in Wisconsin before. Wasn't Wisconsin where they wasn't that the 70s show where they depicted that from? Or am I overthinking it? Because I love that show. Would you need a longer brake line with drop spindle? No, you would not. How that works is, mine are on the car, so I can't show you. When you have a spindle on your car, okay, say this is your setup and here's your spindle sticking up. The only thing that happens is the spindle gets moved up. Okay, that's all that happens. So when you move the spindle up, obviously the car's going to come down. Did I just do that right? Spindle up. Yeah. So the spindle is mounted differently, which lowers the car down. But everything else stays the same. So you don't have to mess with your brake lines or anything. You're just popping the drop spindle on there and putting it back together. And then you have 2 inches lowered. Let me see here. Okay. Making sure I didn't miss anybody's. Okay. A low front adjustable beam, but no front shocks. My mechanic had no idea how to install it. Oh, I have a video on it's installing a couple different beams, a regular beam, adjustable beam. So if you want to look at them videos, honestly, It's not hard to do. And I even did caster shims and explained those too. But your front shock should be okay unless you start lowering it down really low. Then you'll have to go with a lowering shock. But I don't think it sounds like you want to go that low. Trying to catch up here. I don't like to miss anybody, make anybody feel bad. That's why I'm double checking. And thanks, Mike. Wisconsin's beautiful. Not sure what made me think of this question. Anyone ever see a steel generator stand? I have one that I picked up from Bug Jam 15 years ago. I was told it was VW R&D stand. I never seen one of them, George. Wow. No, I have never seen one like that, unless I just missed out on a lot. I mean, yes, that show was from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay, I thought so. I like that show. I haven't watched it in a while, but I got a kick out of that show. I thought it was Wisconsin. Wisconsin roads are actually pretty nice, except for the larger metropolitan areas, and no tolls in Wisconsin. Oh, no tolls. Wow, that's different. Jeez. Yeah, Pennsylvania likes our tolls. So does Ohio when I go there for anything. And I'm not trying to knock Pennsylvania. I've been here my whole life, but some days I get frustrated because of our taxes. Our gasoline is $3.59 a gallon still. It never went down. And a lot of it, I believe, is the taxes in Pennsylvania that keeps the gas up, you know. No tolls in Ontario. Wow, really? Yeah, we have tolls here. They're fairly heavy. I mean, I try to avoid them when possible, but sometimes, like if I'm going to go to Ohio to Jim's event, it's actually easier for me to get on a toll road because I can do 75, 80 mile an hour and still get like 25 mile to the gallon, you know, out of our Jeep, and pay a couple tolls to avoid side roads and everything. But they went up definitely because my daughter doesn't live close. My one daughter lives like an hour and 20 minutes away. And we went out to see her and came back. And it was like, I forget, like $22 or something. I got it in the mail because that's how they do it here. And I'm like, holy crap, you know, but it's sad. Pennsylvania is heavy on the taxes, is what it is. When I went across Ohio last year, went through the Ohio Turnpike and it was under construction. Yeah, I didn't remember it being under construction, probably depending on where, you know, you went through or I went through at. I mean, I don't think it was. I can't remember now. There's always so much construction on the Pennsylvania turnpikes. It's ridiculous. You know, they say we're a commonwealth in Pennsylvania. So I don't know if that means anything, or maybe that's why our stuff's a little higher on taxes and things. I'm not sure, but George, Milwaukee, man, it says pretty rough roads. Everything else see in the state, who's up time to be lingering around those cities. I've never been to Wisconsin, in all honesty. Where I really do like it in Pennsylvania, though, I'm sure most of you are not going to know Pennsylvania, though, is I love going up north, like Tionesta, Cooks Forest, Lionsville. That I wanted to move so bad not too long ago, just to live in one of them areas. They're very pretty, very calm. The tolls just went up on the Golden Gate Bridge and the Bay Bridge to like $8 or $9. Wow. I just have to worry about the cows crossing the road. Actually, Rick, funny story. I think it was last summer. Guy up here has some horses and cows, and I guess somebody left the gate open because on my street in the suburbs, we live like rural suburb. There's a bunch of cows in a big group coming down the street. It's like, hello. Let me see. PA Turnpike is the most expensive toll in the world, according to Google. Hello, all. Hey, Dave, how you doing, brother? And thanks for looking that up, because honestly, our tolls are pretty high, you know, and it's not sure like they're making our roads beautiful where we could go, hey, it's worth it. That ain't what's going on. But, and you know what I was saying, Dave, is I don't know if this matters, but anytime I say our gas is high, the taxes are high on cigarettes, fuel, everything, everybody says, you're Commonwealth. I really don't understand a lot of that, never researched it, but that seems to be people's thing to say, because our gas is still $3.59, you know. And armadillos. I don't know if I've ever seen armadillo. Well, I don't think I have, or maybe I have. I hit a cow one night in the Baja coming home from work in Florida. Happened years ago. Wow. That had to be an unhappy ending. Oh my goodness. The only place I've been to was my 6th grade field trip to Hershey Park. Oh, wow. And I haven't been to Hershey Park. I think Heather has. She's probably been to Hershey Park before. And honestly, I don't know how far that is from me. I can't think. Hershey Park might be like 3 hours, I think. I can't remember now, to be honest with you. Oh, wait. One toll road, Highway 407, cameras catch your plates getting on and off. That's what they do here. They maltranche you. Thing is, this is privately owned. It's owned by a company in Spain. Wow, Lonnie, that's strange, hun. Wow, that is really weird. Almost makes you wonder. Our gas is $2.42 a gallon. Sam's Club here is $3.09. And yeah, ours is $3.59 right now. Or is it $3.69? I can't remember, but I think it's $3.59, and it will not budge. It will not come down at all. It was a 3-hour field trip from New York City. Oh, okay. I can't remember how far that is from me, to be honest. Everywhere else is $3.49. Yeah, we're 10 cents higher here, Dave. We're $3.59. About a month ago, or a month and a half ago, it dropped down to like $3.20, and I thought, oh, good, here we go. It's going to start coming down, and then it jumped right back up to $3.59. It's kicking my butt, all this crap, because it's keeping the food prices up. West side of Iowa, gas is down to $2.79 now. Yeah, some states are always cheaper than we are in Pennsylvania. And one thing I was thinking about the other night when somebody said our gas is $2.49 or something, I can't remember, online. I says, but what is your gas been over the last 4 or 5 years? And they said it only came down about 10 or 15 cents. So it's all across the board. Hershey Park's right around my area. I used to live across from the park. That place is getting pricey. Oh, all the parks are now, Mike. There's no doubt about that. We're near Kennywood. I never go there, but it's about 20 minutes from me, although it just got bought out after like 125 years or something. But you aren't even allowed to buy a ticket in there and go walk around a general admission ticket no more. If you want to take your wife over and get something to eat and walk around, nope, full blown, you're paying for everything if you want to walk through the gate. But it's sad. Just look this up, FYI. In the context of states, Commonwealth and state are essentially interchangeable terms. There's no legal or political difference between them. I was wondering what it meant, because every time I say something, excuse me, about taxes being a little high here, but the taxes aren't bad on my house, though. My taxes are cheap on my house, so I'm confused. But a lot of people, I don't know if it's just an old adage and people have just said the crap for years, but they'll go, well, you live in a Commonwealth, that's why. So now I say it. On even North Carolina, one toll road, our car was privately built too, but it still was the dang highway patrol on it. That's weird, though, that she has Spain is who handles it. That is really crazy, though. Hershey Park is probably 3 or 3.5 hours from you, Slade. Okay, I was close then. I could not remember, brother. I could not remember. I am in South Atlanta, pay $2.71, and I think prefer to deal with the cow on the road than some driver on the road. Well, I dealt with the driver the other night. I had it on my dash cam. Somebody was in a brown F-150 Ford truck coming down Route 30 in front of me at about 60 mile an hour. He went clear to the left, 2-lane, on our side, almost hit the medium, like, I don't know, 5-10 times. Heather kept going, he's going to kill somebody. Then across 2 lanes, didn't care if cars were there, off the road, back on the road. I could not believe what I was watching this guy do all over the place. It is a wonder he did not run into anybody. And then out of nowhere, he just floored the brakes, then pulled off the side of the road. It's amazing what people drive like now, but I know he was drunk. There is no doubt in my mind he was drunk. Sorry about that. It really upset me. I'm in South Atlanta. I pay $2.71 here to a County Road. So I'm driving around, make sure I didn't miss nothing. Now it is 27 hours trip just to get where you are at, just because I'm smack dab in the middle of Texas. That's right, you are a little further away now. I thought you were. That's why I got confused for a second, but then that made sense after you put that. Hey, Josh, how you doing, brother? Very 80s. Actually, somebody muffed my hair up, so I got to let it grow back in. I said, do my 0 to 2 fade and comb it over on the top. Nope, you shaved my whole head. How nice. They don't listen to you when they cut your hair. It's just the way the state government set the rules for governing. Yeah, I'm not very good with that stuff. I just pay and go, as we do in life. Sometimes you pay a little and you know the deal. Sometimes you pay a lot. Lucky's VW Baja Club just stopped in to see what this was all about. Nothing here that interests me. Goodbye. Okay, goodbye. I hope you have a nice night. And that was interesting. There we go. And there. No problem. Hershey itself is a ritzy tourist destination. There's a lot of fancy events that go on here. Hershey Hotel is one of the listener hotels around here. Hershey also holds some serious car shows. You know what? I did hear that, Mike. I believe you. That is supposed to have some serious car shows. That and what's the other one? Carlisle? I believe Carlisle has a lot of really cool car shows. Josh, thank you for the donation. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And Rod just stopped in. How are you, brother? Sorry, YouTube kicked me. I heard you say hey. And Lord Mark stopped in. If you folks see on my Facebook, who's ever friends with me on Facebook, I had put up a GoFundMe. It's not, I didn't create the GoFundMe. I did not do that. It was already pre-existent by relatives of Rod, who you see here. And he's not in here to go that route. Rod comes in here every week. And right now, I don't know how Rod is doing it because his house, unfortunately, burnt to the ground, literally. I have a GoFundMe put up on my Facebook page. If any, please help donate if possible. Rod and I talk privately back and forth, and what a loss. He was sending me photos, not out of pity, because that's not his personality, but catastrophe. They lost everything, literally everything. And that made me sick to my stomach. And Lord Mark said, hello, very tired, had to nap, but doing well. I'm sure you are burned out, Rod. Yeah, much love to you, brother, because I don't know what you're going through. I don't want to know that feeling, but I can't imagine that feeling. Yeah, Carlisle had the PCA Porsche show I was at last week. Oh, nice. Yeah, Carlisle has a lot of stuff. They really do. Again, with the hair, good grief. I told you I'm going to keep complaining. I couldn't believe he did that. I'm like, keep it that high on top so I can comb it over. He just went, I thought I was going into the army. I'm like, wow, thanks, man. But I didn't complain. I don't like to get people in trouble. It's just don't make me feel right doing that. I grew up just east of you, buddy, in central Delaware. For some reason, a few of the East Coast states refer to themselves as Commonwealth states. Oh, okay. Delaware. I was in Newark, 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 Delaware, for a couple of months years ago, but that would be back around 1985. I was down there. I think it took me like 6 hours to get there. The hair looks good. Thanks, Lonnie. I'm not used to it being completely buzzed like that, but now I got to let it grow back in to, get it cut right. But Slade has a troll. That means you're famous. Probably famous for eating pizza. That's all I do. That's okay. I just hit his comment and now he can't post it. I don't see why I come in and say something like that. But you know what? I don't really... I very seldom have to remove comments from any of the videos online. I've been lucky that way so far. But every once in a while I get one. And I don't really get my feelings hurt. So I'm just like, whatever. Somebody said something about a month ago. And I had a mole removed here. And a long story short, there's still a little bump. And of course, people try to make you feel bad. So some guy posts in the comments and said, wow, what is that ugly thing on your face growing? You look horrifying. And I waited until I know he would see what I said back to him. And I can't say it on here what I said, but I don't think he liked what I said back. And I didn't even say it out of anger. I was having a good time. So we're doing well, starting to get excited about house shopping. I bet you are, Rod. When you sent me them photos, and I know it was not out of pity, I can read into your personality very easily. I was sick when I saw that. That is the worst nightmare that anybody wants to deal with. Literally. I sympathize with you and your beautiful family. I know that's hard. I know you're keeping your chin up too, I can tell, though. I want to go to Carlisle for the Manx Club, but I have no one to watch my tiny human. Take him along. I have not been to Carlisle in years and years and years and years and years. I went there for a swap meet many years ago with my buddy Jim, and we had a great time. But I do think it's about 3.5 hours for me to Carlisle. I grew up south of there in Smyrna, Delaware. Yeah, I'm not that good with Delaware. I just had to go down there to Newark for a little over a month, and it was about 6.5 hours. I could still remember, because when you're alone and you're not used to that, it's a long drive. But I remember going down there, and no issues. It was a nice place I was at, actually. Let me see. I don't want to miss anybody. So I try to scroll back sometimes just to make sure I don't miss nothing. And I think a paperboy hat would be a good look. I recently started wearing one, Peaky Blinders look. You know what, Raul? Raul's a cool dude. He really is. My son, for the longest time, was on a kick. He was, I don't know, he was about 16 then, I think. And he did the paperboy hat, Oh my God, he did it for like 3, 4, 5 years. I don't know. Heather's not here. I can't remember. it was it was just hilarious, but it fit him. It looked really good. Maybe I should try one on at the store. I don't know if I look like a boob or not, but that Peaky Blinders look, that is cool. That is cool. I'm about to get my hair cut like that, Slade. Well, Heather must me for it too. Well, I think she was shocked because I always get a 0 to 2 fade here and then that long on top, and I come over what you're used to seeing. And when I got my hair cut and I came out, she just was staring at me like, why did you do this? But I definitely didn't ask for it. And the guy was done cutting and he's like, how you like it? I'm like, all right, thanks. Hair grows back, I guess. Yes, it is. We'll get through it. Yeah, I know, Rod. I can't wait until you send me pictures going, hey, look what I'm in now, and then you got to put your love and everything back into it again. Just Josh, bring the tiny human. Kids love colorful experiences. Yeah, you're right about that, Mike. Makes me tear up just thinking about it. I cannot imagine what you and your family are going through. Many blessings, or my heart goes out to you, brother. Yeah, George, when he had sent me the photo at first, and like I said, he was not looking for pity. He was just talking to another VW brother, which happened to be me. And I was like, wow, that made me sick. Jim from Jim's VW. Yeah, Josh, Jim's in Columbiana, Ohio. I was going to go in April and I couldn't. July 12th is my picnic, so I can't. So I think it's October. I can't remember the fall event. I'm going to go to that. There's a bunch of us going to follow each other, the gym. So hopefully if you make it, Josh, we can hook up there. Next 69, we're just looking at it as a starting over, new chapter in our life. That's a brave way of looking at it, brother. But I'm glad you are looking at it that way. It's hard to take something horrible and turn it around into something good. But they always say there's a reason for everything. That probably wasn't the time to even say that. I don't know. I just feel bad for you is what it is, you and your family. Hi, Jeff. He says, Slade, I haven't studying the W. I watched your video about throughout hearing, so I figured I would look at mine while it's so open. Oh, good deal, Jeff. Good deal. If you have a 70 or back, which you do have a 70, if you have that older style throughout bearing, I know a lot of people like to put a wire in and twist it and all that, to hold the old style in. I don't know. Evan actually is the one who talked me into that. And I had just, I'm so sorry. My daughter's texting and I do not ignore her. She's on a trip. I said to her, when you get there, I need to know. And the poor girl, you know, she don't live at home anymore. And and I still have her checking in. I'm not a good father that way. I'm an aggravator, I guess. But yeah, you want to go to the newer style throw-out bearing. I can't recommend it enough. I think it's better than dropping a throw-out bearing going down the road. Mike Rona, I'd love to. Mama doesn't like him in the buggy. He's 5. Oh, you're gonna take the buggy. Better late than never. Heidi was tending to her goats, I would like to think. Her babies. Heidi, missed you, baby. And Rick had arrows. Mine was a brass bushing on the clutch cable side already. Does that mean it's been replaced already? Well, that don't mean it's been replaced to the newer style throw-out bearing. If you have, let me see. Crap. I don't know if you can hear me. Hold on. I must have put them away in boxes. If you have the older throw-out bearing still, you can still have a brass bushing. Somebody might replace that. Just watch my video really closely and see if you have the old style clips and the old style bearing. Do you have the collar? I don't really feel like lifting the transmission up. Do you have the collar that the throw-out bearing slides on? There'll be a collar and it slides on it in and out. Or is there no collar? That's how you'll know too. Slade, you got me worried about my steering on my ride after your video. Can't remember what called, but need inspection. Yeah, that I call it a rag joint, but I'm older. It's your steering coupler. But I mean, don't like everybody panic, but it's not good. I mean, people neglect those, and they're VW back in the day, every 6,000 miles, they were supposed to check those. I think that's a bit excessive, but at the same time, with our parts now, you might want to take a look at it, brother. Just make sure it's not got cracks in it or anything or brittle, because it's not worth your life. You know, $20 part, swap them out real quick, but just get a good quality rubber one, you know. Josh, that's terrible. If I couldn't ride all that fun car as a kid, I would have felt crushed. And I can't wait to get the member shirt and represent and assemble VW's car show. Thank you, James. And it's funny because, well, not funny, but a lot of people, we take Adam, Darren, Kevin. A lot of people have wore their member shirt, seen each other at car shows, and have become friends now. It's like, hey, where are you from? Hey, yeah, I'm part of Slades community. And it's all of our community, you know, and I think it's really nice to represent because it really helps a lot for recognition of the videos so people find what they need. He is, and I got to back up. Boom, boom, boom. Well, I'm talking so much. There's too many things here. And Misty, how you doing, honey? Just made it in. And it's Liam. He got y'all dip cones. He just got out of work at Dairy Queen. Thanks, Liam. Chocolate with cherry dip. Well, I could go for one of them right now too. I personally just use the super clips for the early throw-out bearings. They hold nice and tight. Yeah, I still like the collar on there now. That's why I go for the upgraded version, you know, for 71 and up. Slade, it's barbecue season, so when you guys up here, I'm going to cook y'all a meal. Wow, that'd be fun, Josh. Yeah, you're not that far from me, in all honesty. I don't know if you go to gyms or not. My girlfriend may want to know where you are. I'm sorry, I do not know how to make you donation. Remember, I'm Cuban bug lover, man. I'm in Pennsylvania, Jesus. That's where I'm at. And if you go down into the description of the video, is where you can make a donation through PayPal safely. I appreciate that. I really do. Misty, oh, you carry the window rain deflectors for a bug. And yes, there is one. And I forgot what Jeff said. There we go. Drop bearing, blah, 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 mine is open. Oh, okay. If you have the, we catch back up. If you have that collar that the throw-out bearing is riding on and sliding on, then you're fine. Somebody already upgraded that. Slade, I'm that way. My kid, she could be traveling with her husband, his badge and sidearm, and still make her call when she arrives. Oh yeah, they're going to camp with her in-laws. Well, meeting them there, and they're wonderful people. But I don't know. I just drive her nuts with call me when you get there, call me while you're there, call me on your way home, and it makes me crazy. I can't help it. I guess that never goes away. And she don't live at home, don't need to answer me. She's 27 almost, but it's me. Lori, I do. You're out of stock right now with tariffs. Can see it with my other vendor. Maybe has them. And I'm the same way with my daughters. You're not a bad father that way. You're a caring dad. Thank you, Adam. I mean, I try not to be overbearing, but I am. I can't help it. Even with my son, sometimes he lives up the road from me. He got a house up there. And when the sirens go off, the volunteer fire whistles, I start texting him and my daughter who live close by, because the whistles, I'm like, you okay? And they have a code word that they answer me in. So it's just me. I got to let up one day. You're asking me, I live in the United States in Minnesota. Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. My girlfriend, I'm sorry. Let me get a nation. Okay, I didn't know what he meant. I'm sorry. I'm looking at so many different things come up on chat. Rod, the rag joint video got me too. All paranoid, sending my prayers for you on the road. I know too, by the way. I'll order the parts just to be safe. A few dollars more than the engine is out. Saves a lot of time. Jeff, do me a favor. Send me a photo of your setup before you order anything, because I don't want to see you just spend money. Send me, you can do an email, Slades Beetle at yahoo.com. No VW in there, just Slades Beetle at yahoo.com. Just send me a picture of it and I'll check it real quick. And that way you don't waste money, Getting back into VWs after 30 years. I'm shocked at the quality of aftermarket parts now. And welcome in, Shane. There's good and there's bads to a lot of the parts. I think clear back to the 70s and the early 80s. Usually back then, just we only had so many parts to choose from, but never had like a ton of problems. And now there have been a little bit more than we had years ago. I try to use a lot of my German parts when I can. I save a lot of stuff when possible, and recondition. So I think I want to build a Baja and the Baja 1000 at Nora. I have never built a Baja yet. And not that I don't like them, because I think they're pretty cool, but I've never built one yet. But boy, the prices went up on the kits now. I want to build a kit car really bad after Heather's car's done. That'll be the other project coming up. Excuse me. And definitely don't buy the urethane steel coupler. I broke 2 of them months apart. I'm not real big on the urethane stuff, though. I'm not either, Uncle Bon. Yeah, you did bust 2 of them real fast. I'm just not big on the urethane stuff. Thanks, Michael. I want to go for a ride this weekend, but it's hot out. And I do go to gyms. There is German takeover in Roseville this year. Yeah, let me know, Josh, if you're going to the fall event at gyms, because I'll be there. I think it's October. I can't remember now. But I didn't intentionally make my picnic July 12th. It's the only time they had open in their slot for my picnic, because I wanted a bigger area this year, because we're supposed to attract over 200 people this year at the picnic. So I made it the same day at gyms and didn't know, but it didn't matter. Most of the Ohio people are going to gyms and stuff like that. But I'm going to go to gyms in the fall event, so I think that'll be fun. I got to go, everyone. Have a good night. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day, Alita, and thank you for being here, honey. I hope you have a great, great day tomorrow. And your dad, that's normal, Slade. The love is real. Yeah, it never stops, Mark. My kids are on my mind all the time, and I worry about them when I probably even shouldn't be half the time. I don't think it ever stops. Josh, what part of the U.S. are you in? I strongly recommend networking with other racers who like to do my class side projects at PA, because there's absolutely no one here. And there we go. My son's 35. I still make him do that. Thank you, Rick. At least I don't feel so bad. It's my parents never did that to me. I could be missing for days and they never really cared. But In a nutshell, I'm the total opposite. Mister, you guys going to the Slades picnic? I think she is because I just talked to her today on the phone. And here we go. Michael, I'm Northeast Ohio. I need to go to Beetle first. Yeah, he has a buggy right now, which is a nice buggy. My chat froze. Anyone know how to unfreeze it? Thanks. I would just X out completely and then leave and come back in. I'm hoping that you can see that. I'm not sure if somebody wants to type that to her. Lonnie needs to leave and come back in if it froze. I plan to try. I don't know if I'm going to be able. It's going to be a last minute thing last year. And Shane said, back in the old days, I remember getting parts from J.C. Whitney. Yeah, I do too. I remember when I was like 16 years old, laying in my bed with the J.C. Whitney catalog, going all through it, you know, along with some VW magazines. But I remember when they had the Volkswagen edition of the J.C. Whitney catalog, the Beetle edition, and that was really cool. You know, J.C. Whitney was out for a long time. Baja, need to build a Baja. And you know, the thing is, George, I seen yours and I was like, because that is a beautiful Baja. You could tell you thought that out pretty well. You just didn't start playing games. You had a vision before you did that. It is absolutely breathtaking. July 22nd is my birthday. I'm trying to come there as my birthday present. I'll be driving the buggy. That would be great, Josh. Mine is July 18th, brother. I'm a couple days right before you. So that would be awesome. It really would. When I got my first Baja as a teen in the 90s, get anything I needed, decent quality with no weight, not much searching. I could even do that on a teen's budget. Oh, geez, back then, I mean, things have changed. I remember working at an auto parts store and hot rodding my cars up on that budget, like, and never had an issue. Now it's very different. I don't know, worry about our heads. Phones were so available to car parents traveling out of town, call them, collect, and they refused to call, but knew I arrived. Mine didn't, Darren. It was weird. I could be like, my buddy one day, he worked night shift, 11 to 7. He worked at one of them little stores. And he said to me at like 6:30 in the morning, because I stayed there all night and goofed off. I was 17, I think. And he's like, you want to go goof off in Canada? I never called my parents tonight and got in his car. We shot to Canada, 5.5 hours away, spent all day there, come back at night. My parents were oblivious to stuff. They were just, when I did show up home, they were like, oh, what were you doing? I was gone for a day and a half, not much. October 4th. Okay, I wasn't sure, Joe, when it was. I'll end up going because I didn't go to the spring one, and then I can't go to the July 12th one because of my own. But I'll definitely end up going. Yeah, Bugtoberfest. I'll definitely be going to it. There's no doubt. I'm not filming, though. I filmed once there, and it was fun. But I couldn't literally stop and just talk to folks and have a good time. So my camera gets put away when I go to some of them now so I can enjoy my time there, especially walking around with Heather. Yeah, I had to call Slade because you boys bought me out at Couplers in 24 hours. She did call me today. She rang my phone. She's like, what the hell? Wiped out all my steering couplers. I says, just wait, I'm doing a disc brake job next week. I asked her how many disc brake kits she got in stock. That was funny. There we go, Lonnie. My honey's back now. I didn't know if you left and came back in. That's what I tell people to do if it ever freezes up. Let me see here. Josh, there's pretty nice still Fender. Baja Marketplace, 6,000 right now. Absolutely. Thank you, Misty. I'm just trying to catch up. I still have a Baja Bug Pack stinger in the back. There's my J.C. Whitney. J.C. Whitney put out a lot of stuff back in, and I never really had a problem with their parts then, in all honesty. Mega, unfortunately, my buggy has to go parting out with my motor. It's a 2276. Yeah, you might want to hold on to that. Thanks, sir. Purpose built. Hope to make the picnic. I have the dates off from work, so we are good there. Oh, George, I hope you do. I really do. Like I said before, if you can't, I understand. You're like 16 or 18 hours away. I don't even know. my uncle lives in Florida. That's how I say that, you know, but if you can make it, that'd be amazing. And I'm not just saying that. I love your Baja. I think it is very well thought out, very beautiful. It actually needs put into a magazine. We'll get that handled. He hitchhiked from Akron, Ohio, to New York City. Said we were camping in the woods. Best memories. Oh yeah, I was always all over the place when I was young, and my parents were pretty good about that, or they just didn't give a crap. One of the two. When I come home, they were probably like, "Oh, damn." Although I never caused them any troubles. I went to a concert for a week with my cousin. I still wonder where our parents thought we were. I sent you a couple pics over email. No worries about it tonight. Just when you did. Thanks for everything. Now, you know what, Jeff? I'll check whenever I get off of here later, and I'll shoot you a quick message before I go to bed. That way I won't forget. Without an engine, the ones I've seen in Ohio pretty cheap lately. And I get a look. Yes, X'd out and came back in. Yeah, Lonnie, that's very seldom does it happen, but once in a while it will freeze up. I guess technology, you know. So what have you done with your bug lately? If you mean me, I complained. I put it down. I called it filthy names. Then after that, I worked on it. But Mixo, you look much younger now. Thank you. I appreciate that. I can always take a compliment like that because I'm getting older. I actually, if you can see where are we at here? I got the axle tube done. I got to finish the other one. That'll be done tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm putting all the brake lines on. Over the weekend, the calipers, drums in the back, getting it prepped. And good night, Adam. Have a great night, brother. I hope you sleep well tonight, my friend. And then get the wheels on the car, the transaxle in, the rear fenders on, and then I can know where I can adjust it to, and then I'm going to start sanding it down. So it's going to move along pretty quick now for what I have to do. Approve that request for FB, and I'll post on Slade. Thanks, brother. Love your show. Inspired. You know what? Give me 1 second. Let me do it real quick while I'm sitting here. What's your nickname on there? There's a cup one here. You have to tell me who you are, and I'll approve it real quick. I had one from 54 minutes ago, so you have to tell me which one's you, and I'll go ahead and let you in real fast, if that's what you mean. Let me see. This came back in. 40. I'd love to be 40 again. I really would. I'll be 61 soon, and it's going quick. The 68 have Z-Par set up for the swing axle. Yes, it does. And I was going to do a camber compensator, but instead I'm going to try something different, and I'm going to film it. And he said, Glenn, let me do something here, folks. Give me 1 second. And Glenn just got let in. There we go. You're in, brother. Just making sure. I'm just checking something, make sure my daughter's. Okay. I was just checking. There we go. So he just got let in, and I forget what the heck I said. I am going to do a Z-bar setup still. However, I'm going to show how to properly shim it and tighten it up. I got all the new stuff to do it. I'm going to stay with the Z-bar, but I'm going to tighten it up so it doesn't have as much slop in the bends is what I'm going to do, Otto. And you may already know how to do that. Hey, thank you, Mark. I hope you still seen us. I'm moving slow. I'm behind here, but thank you for being here, brother. Thank you for the recommendation about the rag joint video. I was going to leave the one in my 61, but better safe than sorry to know it's been there. Thanks, Fernando, for saying that, and I'm glad. I hope it's helpful. That's why I make these videos, just to make sure everybody sees what's going on and how to help it and do stuff themselves, you know. Appreciate you. Oh, no problem. Thank you. Night, Slade and happy Mother's Day. The mamas out there. Good night, Josh. Have a great, great night, brother. Thank you for that words, brother. She's too rusty for magazine shoot. Hit the rack as soon as work tomorrow. See you soon. Hey, good night, George. Have a nice day tomorrow and Sunday. It's going to be nice this weekend by you, hopefully, too. Have a night, Josh. Is there camping at the picnic? Yeah, I'll send you a thing, George, the flyer, and that way you can call and reserve a camping spot or a cabin or whatever you want to. But I'll send you something by tomorrow so you can go over it. There's a lot of our members are camping there. Thanks, Michael. Post thanks for any feedback. Okay, making sure I didn't miss anything. But yeah, a lot of people are camping. It's a little cheaper than a cabin or a hotel, or a motel. And it's nice camping there. It's very safe. It's you're not allowed to drink or act crazy there. There's a lot of rangers there, And you too, James. Have a great night, brother. Thank you for being here. And it's just a very nice place. I was hoping to have a camper this year, but this year is not a good year for me. So it's going to take me till the following year so I can start moving around and camping places. Hey, Rick, good night. And happy Mother's Day to the mothers out there. You're welcome, George. No problem. I'll help you in any way I possibly can. But I'm going to head out here too. I didn't realize it's almost 10:30. That kind of went fast, didn't it? Wow. Well, probably not when you're looking at my face, but okay. Thank you for being here, everybody. I really, really appreciate it. And hopefully Sunday, the new video will be out, possibly Monday, but hopefully Sunday. And I will see you all next week. Happy Mother's Day to the moms out there. Don't forget to hug your mom and buy her something really cool. And good night, everybody. Oh, Brian slipped in there. Good night, brother. And again, happy Mother's Day to all the moms. I hope you all have an amazing, blessed weekend. Much love to you all. See you soon.